Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy Jacob. Jared to my left. We got another Super Bowl, bruh. Finally,
We got
down to a Super
fucking
Bowl game.
rematch, bro. Rematch from 4 years ago.
Yeah. Both me and Jared so far on the podcast are 1-1 in are 1-0 in Super Bowls because we started this last season, and we both picked the Chiefs to win over the Eagles last season. So,
might not be the same this year.
Outside of that, it might not be the same this year because I don't know. One, I don't know who Jared's going with just yet. I don't know who
I don't know
I'm
yet.
going with just yet. Jared, are you not streaming to Facebook?
Maybe not put it back on the Facebook. Hold on.
I got it.
Okay. Oh, I know what it was. When I had to edit everything, it wouldn't let me do it for Facebook because I had to take it down so I could redo it. That's what it was.
Okay, let's get setting it up now. Okay, I think we got it. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, another Super Bowl. Conference championship games are in the books. Man, Jared, what were your thoughts? What were your initial thoughts on the conference games? What are you thinking about? What was your first thoughts after the games ended?
Mahomes is Mahomes, for one.
Well, duh. I knew that before.
Yeah, I mean, bro just went in there. He's like, all right, well, this second road game, all right, this isn't shit. Proceeds to drop 240 on him, I think. You know, I didn't realize as long as he's played as many times as he's played the Ravens, I think he's played them 4 times, well, including 5 times now. But he's never thrown for less than 300 yards besides this game. I'm pretty sure that's what. I'm pretty sure that's right.
You said wait, repeat that.
I'm pretty sure, like going into this game, I'm pretty sure they said Mahomes has not thrown for less than 300 yards against the Ravens.
Yeah, he averages like, I think it was like 339 against them. Like he averages that.
That's ridiculous, dude.
Nah, it is. It really is.
You got your league starting soon?
Which one?
Your what you want to call it? Your Madden league.
No, I just won. I just won another Super Bowl.
Oh,
literally, just earlier. Yeah, literally just earlier, I won me another Super Bowl. So now
only
3 straight years. 3 straight years. Yeah, I'm with the Chargers. Yeah.
I was gonna say, you still with the Chargers? Now, if only the Chargers could.
You ain't lying, Chief. Bro, you ain't lying, Chief. Freaking Mahomes has been going crazy. And what people don't understand is when we say crazy, we're not saying crazy in the sense of like, oh man, this man threw for 500 yards, 7 touchdowns. I mean, he's got a perfect passer rate. Like, no, we're not talking about that. It's the simple fact that this man does not throw picks in the playoffs, bro. He doesn't. He just doesn't. Yep. He takes care of the football really well. And when you do that, I mean, just look at Baltimore last year. Baltimore. They had 2 turnovers. It's definitely an experience. They had that because they had 2 turnovers and they lost by 1 possession.
Now,
I mean, imagine they get both of those in for at least 2 field goals. They're down only a field goal. They're down 1 point at the end. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you this: before knowing the outcome of this game, if I would have told you the game was 17-10, the final score, who would you have thought it won?
Who would I have thought it won? 17-10?
Yeah.
The Chiefs. the Chiefs, yeah. I would have still thought the Chiefs. I told you from the get-go, bro, I wasn't going against both Pat Mahomes. I just wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to go against Pat Mahomes.
I'm pretty sure this is Cozy. I thought it was Cozy.
Oh no, that was me. I gotta add some graphics. I forgot to add.
Okay, because I sent Cozy the thing. So if he hops on, he hops on. But postseason Mahomes is a different story, dude. Like, he may have been boo-boo kind of sort of like this year, like in the regular season. Like, they went on that little streak for like losing every now and then and not putting up high scoring points. But once Mahomes gets into the postseason, him and Kelsey turn on a different switch.
Okay, so peep game. I wanted to show the chat this. Where's that? Where's my brand at? Okay, so this is Mahomes in the playoffs, bro. Since losing that game to the Bengals, he's 6-0, a 70% completion percentage, averages almost 260 a game, 7 yards a pass. Look at the passer rate. Look at the pass to touchdown interception ratio. 11-0, bro. Hasn't thrown a pick. First ever to go 6 straight playoff games with no interception.
That's wild.
And his passer rating is above 105, 107.6. That's absolutely insanity, bro. That is insane. So, I mean, I'm regardless of the score you told me, I had them winning regardless. I didn't think that. Well, it's the same way that you look at Brady now. You know what I mean? When Brady was in the playoffs, were you really going to bet against him? You knew he wasn't going to win every time, just like Pat Mahomes is going to win every single time. But were you going to bet your money against Tom Brady? No, you weren't going to do that.
You learned the hard way.
Well, I've always fucked. It's always been back and forth with me and Brady. Whenever I would bet on Brady, he lost. So like I bet on Seattle in that Seattle Brady Super Bowl. Yeah. Brady won. And I was like, well, you know what? Fuck it. You know, that's just one. All right. Then I bet on Brady in that Eagles matchup. And y'all lost. And I was like, well, I guess I don't have to always bet on Brady in the Super Bowl. So what happens? Turn it back around. They go and play the Falcons. Guess who I bet my money on? The Falcons. And I was talking big shit through 3 quarters. I was talking big shit through 3 quarters. I was like, easy money. Brady. Who? Brady who? Goat who? Shut my ass up quick. He shut my ass up quick. I mean, as the game's going down, I'm sitting there like, bro, he's not about to do this. And then when I saw that Edelman catch, I was like, this motherfucker contacted Eli Manning before the game. He had to. There's no other way that he would have gotten that lucky, crazy, all the time, the crazy-ass catches that have gone against Brady. All the times they've gone against Brady. You mean to tell me
the helmet catch, the sideline catch.
He gets one? Fuck you, Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's like the helmet catch, the sideline catch. He must have talked
to Eli Manning before the game. But yeah, every single time I've gone with Brady betting, I've lost. Although I did win the one with the Bucks against the Chiefs because I picked Brady then. But yeah, every other time it's always been back and forth. It's always gone the opposite way of what I chose. Especially the one against the Eagles that y'all lost against them. That one hurt me the most. I ain't gonna lie. That when Brady lost that one, man, that one hurt me, bro. Because I not only bet on him, but then the Eagles got to win their first Super Bowl, and I was like, ugh. But yeah, we got some what? I was about to say we got some new coaching hires this week in the NFL. Mike McDonald, the former defensive coordinator of the Ravens, is now the new head coach in Seattle. And Jared, I thought him becoming the head coach of Seattle was the perfect move for Seattle.
Yeah, I think they need a defensive coach.
Think about all the young stars that they have over there on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
They need a defensive coordinator. They do. Because 2 years ago, they were getting ran on all day long. And then last year, they got ran on, but it wasn't as bad, but they were also giving up more in the passing game. Also, their offense wasn't putting it together. Gino was in and out.
Yeah.
Walker was in and out. You know, they need to find a way to get JSN more involved, though. I will say that.
Yeah,
JSN has to get more involved this week.
I don't know
the damn
how
Packers' new DC.
Yeah, he was the head coach for Boston College.
Who's the new DC?
The head coach, the former head coach for Boston College. I don't know.
I missed that one.
Yeah, it happened earlier today.
Jeff Hafley.
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
Jeff Hafley. Alex, do you even know anything about that about him? Like, I don't know nothing about him at all.
Yeah, we don't. We don't really follow college like that much. I mean, we talk about it, but we don't really know much about the coaches.
I ain't gonna lie, Jared, your internet is doing worse and worse right now.
Is it?
I don't know what's going on.
It ain't giving me issues right now.
Yeah, you keep cutting in and out. I don't know if I'm cutting in and out for you, but you definitely keep cutting in and out for me.
Every now and then you do.
But I'm wired
not
in. Like I'm wired into my internet.
Yeah.
But
head coaching thing.
But
I mean, not head
anyway,
coaching thing.
Oh yeah, I don't really.
This?
The Steelers are expected to hire former Falcons coach Arthur Smith as their offensive coordinator. Bruh, really? Why? The man has shown that he can't coach offense. He had a tremendous offense, of personnel in Atlanta, and he couldn't do shit with it. Watch Boston College in some of their bigger games, and it's not impressive at all. I mean, it's also Boston College. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll get like a couple good players to go there every now and then, but you're not going to get like a squad to work with, you know. And then you play in a Power 5 conference in the ACC, and while people like to complain about, the ACC isn't a Power 5, yes, it is. It's a Power 5 conference. Well, now Power 4 because the Pac-12 disbanded, so now people moved into the Big 12 or into the Big 10, stuff like that. Yeah, so now USC gets to play Ohio State. Holla at Chiguala. but because Jared's a USC fan, I'm an Ohio State fan, so now we get to play in the same conference now.
Yeah, isn't it already a rivalry?
Even though the schools are like 1,000 miles apart.
Bruh. Like one's all the way up. No, one's all the way to Falcons. One's all the way on the other side. For some reason, I thought we went back and forth in certain games and shit.
No, y'all used to smack. Y'all used to smack back in the early 2000s and stuff when y'all had like Pete Carroll and Matt Leinart. Who the fuck is
Reggie Bush?
Reggie Bush, stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. So my dad asked, "Are you picking the Redskins?" for those who don't know, he always asks me. He always asks me about picking Washington, even when Washington isn't even playing. Excuse me. So I mean, I don't get it, but no, we're not picking Washington. In fact, I can give you a preview of my week 1 pick in that Washington game. Washington loses. I picked the other person. I'm gonna pick the other.
No matter who it is.
But no matter who it is, I don't care who it is. I'm going with the other team. Remind me of this in the future. Yeah, I'm like I was saying about Boston College. I don't really know much about their head coach to call if it was a good hire, if it was a bad hire. I guess the only way to figure out is we'll see. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's not like the Packers are deficient in talent on the defense side of the ball. I don't think they're a highly talented defense, but I feel like a lot of the problem that they had last year, especially during the regular season, was because of their defensive coordinator. Yeah, they played way better in the playoffs. They played really well against Dallas. They played really well against San Francisco. San Francisco just got them. if they hold on, we might be seeing the Lions in the Super Bowl right now, to be honest with you.
We should.
Oh, fantasy. Just my guy. You just wait. You just wait. You just wait, right? Sit your pretty ass down and watch me break down this Brock Purdy argument later on. But I haven't really seen any other as far as like coaching wise. I haven't really seen much.
Yeah, there was. I don't think there was much that happened today.
Outside of that, we have. Here we go. No, I mean, I'm sure we'll see. There's still a couple teams out there that are still looking to hire staff members and stuff like that. I don't know what the Giants do as far as like their offense coordinator. I'm pretty sure Wink's already gone, so
yeah, I don't think
know
Wink's
exactly
even
what
been
we'll
hired
do for
anywhere.
the defensive side of the ball yet. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. But all right, let's go ahead and get into these games. And we had the first game. We had the AFC Championship. The Chiefs, they beat the Ravens 17-10. Mahomes goes 30 of 39, 241 and a touchdown. Lamar goes 272, a touchdown and a pick. It was a really weird game for Lamar. This is a game I expect from Patrick Mahomes against a defense like this. I expect something like this. Less than 250, a touchdown. I get that. No picks, though. That's the biggest part about it is no picks.
Yeah.
No turnovers for the Chiefs at all. Ravens had 2. Lamar, for some reason, and I don't know if anybody else saw
technically
this
3.
while I was watching the
because Zay flowered, Lamar fumbled, and he also threw a pick.
Oh, yeah. They had 3 turnovers. I forgot Lamar fumbled as well.
Yeah,
that strip sack. I forgot about the strip sack. But so 3 turnovers, you lose by 7 points. Lamar, I don't know if people watching that game, I don't know what was up with Lamar. He looked non-explosive.
Less explosive. Yep.
Yeah, he looked less explosive. He looked, I want to say, damn near slow. Like, compared to what we're used to seeing from Lamar Jackson. Like, he looked slow. He looked really hesitant on what he wanted to do. I don't understand why you literally were averaging the most yards out of everybody running the football this season. Never been in that position, no experience, trying playing it safe, and it bit him. I mean, but wouldn't playing it safe be running the ball? That's what I'm saying. Like, he tried to sit in the pocket all game. Like, why? That's not what got you to the championship game. And I put this on also on the offensive coordinator and John Harbaugh. Like, why are you calling all these passing plays? Why is Lamar dropping back 30 times a game? That's not your game. That's not who y'all are. That's not what got you there. At least when we saw the Lions lose, we saw them lose in a fashion that got them there. We saw the Ravens lose in a fashion that nobody was expecting. If you would have now here's one, Jared. If you would have came out here last week and said, "Oh, Lamar Jackson is going to be hesitant in running the football," I would have been like, "Lamar Jackson? Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Lamar's going to have 100 yards rushing easily, maybe even a rushing touchdown." And what does he do? Proceeds to be the most hesitant I've ever seen him play. And Chief may be right. Chief, you may be right as far as like never been in that position, didn't know how to handle it, tried to play it safe, and be more of like a traditional pocket passer. But I don't think that's not what he needed to do. He needed to be Lamar Jackson. You feel me? Like, he needed to do Lamar Jackson things. And we weren't getting that from him. I don't know why.
There was long.
I don't fucking know.
I agree with Alex. Like, they just did not use the running back at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's not like you were down 21 in the second half and have to throw the ball to get back into the game. This is a close game. It's a 2-possession game for most of the game. Like, it's a 10-point game for most of the game. Why are you not running the football? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you not running the football with either Lamar or your running backs? Dalvin Cook looked great last game. Jared brought up a crazy stat I think it was last show. I couldn't remember. But Dalvin Cook had more rushing yards in that one playoff game than he had the entire time he was with the Jets.
Yeah, on that one run, I think he ripped off like maybe 30, 40 yards.
You have the offensive line for it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get why they didn't use their running backs either, Alex. Like, it made no sense whatsoever to just go out there and try to throw the ball against a team who's averaging the second least yards per game.
Yeah, they
the cheat. Like, you act like Trent McDuffie and so I don't get it. I just don't get it. But Jared, what does this loss say about Lamar?
That he can't win the big game. And the big game is kind of like his kryptonite, kind of sort of, it seems like. Because we've seen him get there. We've seen him beat up on a young Houston team. And then we kind of see him kind of almost basically shit the bed last week.
Yeah.
Against a very experienced, like a top 2 defense.
Top team, yeah. Top team,
yeah. Tell Spencer, hey.
Hi. I'm not data. That's Jared's. It's Jared's data to that person, not me. But I'm saying hi.
But
nah, I mean, I'm sort of inclined to agree. As far as like he can't win the big one. I honestly, that's it. I think it's a combination of the coaches and what they did. And just like what Chief said, that he wasn't ready for this game. He just wasn't. Yeah. Everything's on the line. And like, you can say that about the divisional playoff. Yeah, that's true. But this is one win away from the Super Bowl, bro. I get sometimes nervous playing in Madden when I'm on one game away from the Super Bowl.
You would think Lamar would want to show out one game away from the Super Bowl.
Jared. Yeah. I just don't get it, Jared. I don't get the play calling that they did in that game. Mark Andrews was back and you barely got him involved. You barely got Likely involved. And you didn't use your running backs. The only person that was really doing anything was Zay Flowers.
Why is Likely throwing his hand up in triple fucking coverage? And then he gets the ball.
Jared, triple coverage doing this. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's 3 guys around you. Literally, I don't know if anybody that's in here doesn't know the definition of bracketed, okay? It's just like a math equation. Brackets on a math equation? That's what bracketing is in football when you cover a receiver. When you have the backside of him and somebody on the front side of him running deep down the field with him like that. That is called bracketing a receiver. All right? He was literally bracketed with another guy coming the other way. Why are you throwing that ball? Why are you putting your hand up?
He had, I'm pretty sure it was a linebacker, a corner, and then the safety is the one that ended up picking it off. Like, and then people want to call, there was a whole.
Jared, you are cutting. Jared, you are cutting in and out so bad, bro. I'm gonna need you to restart your shit. It's bad. Yeah, it's. I don't know if anybody else is seeing it, but it's bad on my end, and I'm wired into my LAN cable connection to my internet, so I don't get what's going on with Jared's internet right now, but it's fucking up. But yeah, what this loss says about Lamar, it's not even so much that I think that he can't win the big win. I think this is what this game says about Lamar. I don't know if he has the poise to be able to control those types of games. See, Mahomes goes in there. Yeah, I can hear you clear as day now.
All right, cool.
Mahomes will go in there poised as can be, not throw a pick, make the right decisions, and do what he's supposed to do. But I mean, perfect example, Jared. Let's take a look at Lamar. Let's take a look at Lamar in the playoffs, shall we? Let's take a look at Lamar in the playoffs. Jared, 20. This is the Ravens season low in points and playoff games with Lamar. So every season that he's been to the playoffs, okay, every season he's been to the playoffs, their playoff low scoring has been lower than their regular season low scoring. So when they get to the playoffs, they're not scoring even close to their lowest point totalage on the season. That's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem. I mean, just look at it. This is Lamar's career as a starter. This is Lamar's career as a starter. Okay. This is games. This is how they don't get blown out. The Ravens don't get blown out. All right. This is the games in the regular season. Okay. Games in the playoffs. All right. The games that they've had without the lead in Lamar Jackson's time frame in regular season has been 2 games. It's been 2 games, Jared. 2 games in his entire career with the Ravens that he's played an entire game without the lead. That's crazy. But look in the playoffs. He's had 6 games, and more than half of those games they played without the lead. Like perfect example, this Chiefs game. This Chiefs game, they had what the heck? Oh, okay. This Chiefs game, they had they never gained the lead once. They never gained the lead one.
It seems like they're if they don't get the lead.
So I mean, to me, that this loss. What were you saying? All I heard was up to if they don't get the lead.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean,
you're cutting in and out so bad, Jay. It's so bad. I can't even understand a word you're saying.
Okay.
Sarah's having some technical difficulties tonight.
Can you hear me?
You good?
Yeah,
it's not the fact that I can't hear you, bro. Your internet connections right now is terrible. It's the worst it's ever been.
I don't know why, because I'm outside to where the computer room's
I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna move on to the next game. We won't be able to be on here long because I can't understand a word you're saying. Well, anyway, the Lions, they choked against San Francisco, 31-34. Jared Goff goes 25 of 41, 273 and a touchdown. Brock Purdy goes 20 of 31, 267 and a touchdown. He had a pick early on in the game. It was in the first half. I wasn't shocked that he threw it.
You hear me?
Bad play call. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's not that I can't hear you, Jared. I can hear you. But the internet's so bad, like it keeps cutting out mid sentences and stuff like that, and I can't respond to you know what I mean? Like I can't do that.
I get it. I don't know why, because I've refreshed it, turned it off, turned it on.
But it's just your internet tonight. That's all. It's just how it's going right now. But yeah, so it was a great game. This was an amazing game. Lions jumped out to a 27-7 lead or 24-7 lead. They were up 17 points at halftime. They were riding a high. They came out, held them to a field goal. It was 24-10. And then on the next drive, the Lions had a chance to go down there and get back up 17. Instead, they don't go. They go for it on 4th and 2. Josh Reynolds drops the ball.
Not once, but twice.
Dropped it on 4th and 2. Wide open. He was wide open. Just dropped it. Right through his hands. Then San Francisco proceeds to go down there, score. Yeah, he's trying to catch it like this, and the ball's coming across him like that. It was dumb. It was dumb. And then 49ers go down there and they score a touchdown. So they're only down by 7 at this point. The Lions get the ball back. All right. They try to start making a drive. On the first pass, dropped by Amon-Ra St. Brown. On the second pass, Sam Laporta gets hit over the middle, dropped it. On the third pass, on third down, another drop by Reynolds. So they had 4 drops in 4 straight plays. I don't think people realize that.
That's huge.
It was drop city in that third quarter going into the fourth. It was terrible. Yeah. And then what happens? San Francisco gets the ball back. They get a crazy throw-in play by Brandon Ayuk, bounces off the guy's face mask and helmet, and Brandon Ayuk dives for it and catches it right down by the goal line. They proceed to go in and score, tie the game up. Now it's 24-24. And then San Francisco goes down. Yeah, they go down there. They get another touchdown. So now it's 31. Now it's 31-24. Yeah, they continue to throw the ball. I don't know why. After all those drop passes, I'm sitting there like, man, I got to get the ball out. I got to get the ball into my running back's hand. We ran for 150 yards in the first half. You know what? Fuck it. Let's throw it in the second half, even though we're up by 17 fucking points. That's what we're going to do. That made no sense whatsoever.
Smart.
That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. You're coaching against yourself at that point. You know what I mean? There's no reason for that. So, I didn't quite understand the second half game plan for the Lions. I get it. You wanted to still be aggressive. You wanted it to still be, you wanted to. You were so scared of losing the lead that you got overly aggressive. You sometimes you have to put your defense out there and just punt the football or kick a field goal. I get your field goal kicker's not the best in the world. I get it. I get your field goal kicker's not all that great, but you got to kick the ball eventually. And I wasn't, and people will get there and be like, oh, well, he should have just gone it back up 17 with that field goal. I wasn't even mad at that one. The one that I was mad at was when they went for it on 4th and 3, and while they were only down by 3.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There was no point in that. You didn't need to. They were down 3 points in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, they didn't go down and score a touchdown on that one. They went and scored a field goal, so they were up 3 in the fourth. Then the Lions had a chance to tie it. They were driving. They got stopped on it was the 4th and 3. And instead of kicking a field goal to tie the game up, putting yourself in a better position, you go for it and you lost it. And then they go down and score a touchdown. Yeah, now they're up by 10. Now they're up by 2 possessions with like 3 minutes left.
Yep.
Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? I don't know. It didn't make sense to me.
Those 6 points that just were crucial being left on the field.
Yeah. Does Dan Campbell deserve the most blame for this loss? I mean, who else are we going to blame? I mean, Jared Goff should have at least props. There should be at least 30 or 41. So, I mean, I put some of it on the receivers for not clutching up when needed. I put a lion's share of it. Hey, get it? Pun intended. I put a lion's share of it on Dan Campbell. And that's just the way it is. Like, you made the calls, you got away from the running game, and then you have the ball down by the goal line with about a minute left and all 3 of your timeouts. Why not kick the field goal there and play defense and try to get a stop? You know they're going to run the ball. Your defense is built to stop the run. Kick the field goal, go down by 7, kick it deep, and play with those 3 timeouts. Trust your defense to do the one thing that it's designed to do. It's designed to stop the run and rush the passer. That's the design of that defense. Stop the run, rush the passer.
Yeah.
Now on the back end, they need more help on the back end. They need better cornerbacks. I think they need another safety outside of Brian Branch, but especially at cornerback, they're hurting at cornerback. Sorry, but yeah, I was highly disappointed. I was highly disappointed in the Lions' loss. Dan Campbell does deserve much of the blame. He does for the choices that he made, you know. And you live by the aggressiveness, you die by the aggressiveness. That's just the way it is. Although I will say this, Jared, check this out. Excuse me, I wanted to show you this. The Lions on 4th and 3 or less this season went for it 20 times and made it 17 with an 85% conversion rate. That's pretty good. That's damn good.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but this is across the 50. This is on the other side of the field. On the other side of the 50, when you're in scoring range. They go for it more than anybody. They also get it more than everybody. And the percentages that show that. However, they were 0-2 before that last drive. The 4th and 2 on the first one with the drop, and the 4th and 3 where they just missed completely. So, you know, that's not to say that you know, all of it wasn't, you know, it wasn't needed, but I think that 4th and 3 they should have kicked it and tied the game up, at least right there.
Yeah, a lot. Everybody's saying.
But on the flip side, on the flip side of this, yeah, you got to go for the points. On the flip side of this, Jared, San Francisco in the Super Bowl again. You know, this is the second years. This Kyle Shanahan's technically his 3rd Super Bowl. You know, he was the OC of the Falcons, and then came back as the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers, where they lost to the Chiefs in Mahomes' first Super Bowl. So now that, you know, we're getting a rematch, there's a different quarterback. I feel like in there, McCaffrey now, who's in the MVP conversation. Purdy is in the MVP conversation. Trying to think about, you know, you got Trent Williams over there now, and you got a squad from Jimmy Garoppolo away from possibly winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Today I was listening to Richard Sherman.
What's that?
I was listening to Richard Sherman today on Undisputed. It might have a little lag. I've been realizing it's got like a little lag between after me and you speak a little bit sometimes. You hear me?
Yeah, I mean, it could be StreamYard. I don't know.
Yeah, it most likely is. But anyways,
yeah, I heard you.
Sherman was saying, he's like, when he played in that Super Bowl against the Chiefs 4 years ago, Debo was a rookie. Fred Warner was a rookie. They had some other rookies on the defense. So I mean, they got a lot of players that now have that Super Bowl experience that are still on that same defensive side. And then they also said Debo was the leading rusher and receiver in that game.
Obviously Christian McCaffrey is going to be huge as far as running the football, so I don't think they'll need to overuse Debo like that again.
Right.
Ayuk's been a huge pickup for them. They drafted him. He's been huge for them. Obviously, he made the play of the game, in my opinion. The last game, catching that 50-yard circus catch, basically.
Did you see the top, I guess,
but,
top 10 catches or whatever?
Up?
Did you see the top 10 catches on ESPN with Brandon Ayuk?
No.
His catch got 2.
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so Brandon Ayuk's catch got this.
That one?
Got number 2. Fucking Lamar's catch got number 1.
I'll be honest. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro. Okay. Yeah. But anyway. Like I was saying a little bit earlier about Brock Purdy and fantasy.
All right. Hopefully it's a little bit better for now.
If this will work. I guess StreamYard's acting a fool right now.
Yeah.
So in the second half, Brock Purdy threw for. He's the first quarterback ever to throw for 150 yards, rush for at least 45, complete 80% of his passes, average 10 yards per rush, and have no turnovers. No other NFL quarterback in the last 30 years has done all that in a single half, regular season or postseason. This man, Brock Purdy, took over the game and said, you know what? I'm not losing. I don't want to lose. Now, did he have some help? Obviously, yeah. Brandon Ayuk caught a crazy catch. McCaffrey scored, and Elijah Mitchell scored. So, but Brock Purdy was the reason why they got down the field on that final way to put them away. He played tremendous in that second half.
He did.
They were absolutely amazing in that second half. So I mean, hope that he continues to do what he's doing into the Super Bowl and wins it, and then he can just shut everybody up. Because what are you going to say about him then? What are you going to say? Oh, well, he's not the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl if he wins it. So I mean, apparently he's not that bad. Nobody's saying he's Patrick Mahomes. Nobody wants him to be Patrick Mahomes. Instead of going the other way they should have. But I'm just saying, like, what perfect example? This was the perfect example of why I'm saying, like, this was Purdy doing Purdy shit, okay? This man was getting blitzed, okay? Breaks the tackle, flips the dude over him, then has the wherewithal to move a little bit out of the pocket to the left, throw it that way, and hit Kyle Juszczyk right on the sidelines perfectly for him to toe tap his feet down and catch it for a first down. This wasn't a timing throw. It was he was getting literally sacked. Dude had him around his neck, slipped right off of his back of his head like that. So, I mean, he was doing some great plays, great shit where I was like, man, I wasn't expecting it. Even me, who's been high on Brock Purdy all season long, I was not expecting that kind of half from him because he did not play well in the first half. And then what happens? Comes out down 17. He says, you know what? We face adversity. Let's do it. And he went to work. And so I mean, what else can you say? Like the man is not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not a great elite quarterback. But I do think he's somewhere in between that realm of good and great. He's not great, he's better than just good. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got killed.
I would rank him probably. Yeah, I would rank him probably around like, as for terms of talent wise, I'd probably rank him close to 10, maybe 11 in terms of talent of a quarterback. Not the way he plays, just straight talent, straight arm talent, all that stuff. I'd put him probably about 10 or 11. But that's all you need when you got a team like San Francisco does. That's all you need. You don't need the number one quarterback with the number one running back with a tremendous offensive line and every all-star wide receiver and every all-star on D. You don't need that. You just need complementary pieces. A solid, either a great quarterback and an average team, or a great team with an average quarterback, and you can win Super Bowls like that.
Yep.
But however, they have a great team with a pretty good quarterback. So I mean, it's just different. It's different than other teams that we've seen win the Super Bowl in this fashion, because he's better than Trent Dilfer. He's better than Brad Johnson. I'm trying to think of all like the crazy, really good defenses that won a Super Bowl. He's better than Jim fucking McMahon that we saw win the Super Bowl in the '85 Bears. Like, he's better than all these guys that have get carried by teams and won a Super Bowl. He's better than all of them. So don't tell me that he's just some scrub getting carried by his team. That's not true. I don't know. I'm tired of Purdy slander, Jared. Tired of it. All these guys on his own team. All these guys. Trent Williams, Fred Warner, talking about, man, he's there. He's the one that got us here. We're great players, but he's the one that led us here. He got us here. And that's the way it goes. Whether you like Jimmy Garoppolo or not, yes, he had a great team around him, but he still has to lead that team to a Super Bowl, and he did that. You can't take that away from him. I'd say he's on Prescott's level. I see, in terms of straight talent, I think Dak Prescott's more talented than him. But I don't think that Dak Prescott has the poise and leadership intangibles that Brock Purdy has. I'm talking about straight talent, arm talent. He's about average to maybe above average. That's what I'm saying. So what's average? About 16, because that's half of the league. That's what I'm saying. I'd put him about in between 10 and 12. That's where I would put him in terms of arm talent. Now, if I'm ranking him as a QB, I'd put him top 10. 10? Yeah, I'd put him top 10. Why wouldn't you? I mean, what you got? Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Herbert, Stroud. But yeah, he's not up there with those guys. He's not an elite guy that's going to be like, you know what? I'm the reason we're going to win us a Super Bowl. No, he's not that guy. He's not a franchise-changing quarterback. But he's a quarterback that's capable of playing the game for a team like San Francisco. That's all you need. So, but Jared. So we have the Super Bowl here. Goff, though, where do you put him? Goff? I'd probably put him above Purdy. And the thing about Goff is Goff plays terrible against the pressure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of arm talent, I'd say he's probably a little bit better than Purdy. A little bit better. And to be honest with you, I might put Purdy over Goff. Only off the strength of when you pressure him, he is bad. Jared Goff against the pressure. And I know people have seen the stats on it. He is bad against the pressure. Brock Purdy is the complete opposite. He has a lot of poise when he's being pressured. He does. He has poise enough to scramble out the pocket or break a sack or get the ball out quick, stuff like that. He has the poise to do that. That's a huge intangible that cannot be taught. You cannot be taught to handle pressure at an elite level. And while Brock Purdy is not elite himself, his ability to handle pressure is elite. I mean, the Packers were blitzing him. I mean, we're blitzing, getting to him, and this man was killing him in that second half. Not the first half, but the second half. You know, he has the poise to scramble out the pocket, go make runs, run the ball. Lamar Jackson, you run the ball. That's what you do when you don't have anybody open and you need to make a play. You use your legs, use your athletic ability. And while Brock Purdy obviously has the athletic ability of Lamar, he's still athletic enough to. He's not Eli Manning. He's not Peyton. He's not Tom Brady. He's not a guy that just has to stand there and throw the ball, which Jared Goff is too. Because on that 4th and 3, why the fuck did he not try to run for it?
I mean, he's mobile enough to do it.
You're scrambling out to your right. Yeah, he definitely is. It's not that he's completely stationary. You know, he's mobile enough that where he could have tried to run for that 4th and 3 and maybe gotten it. But you have to put those into account. You know, if we want to put Michael Vick and Lamar and Josh Allen and all these guys with their rushing stat, Jalen Hurts, we want to put all these rushing stats with them into account. You got to do it for everybody, not just the guys that run more often than others. You can't just pick and choose. Oh, well, this guy's a whole bunch of running yards as well. Okay, well, let's factor in this guy's running yards. Who has more yards? You know, so San Francisco, they opened up the Super Bowl on the line at -2.5. So they're still favored against the Chiefs.
Yep.
I haven't officially made a pick for it yet. I've been leaning one way, but I haven't been official with it. So I mean, we'll be back next week to pick the game. Yeah, Jared, I don't know which way I'm gonna swing right now. I don't know if I'm gonna go Chiefs or San Francisco right now yet. I gotta give it a few days and see.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on which way I want to go either.
Yeah. So, but all right. That's going to do it for us. Only 2 games tonight. So we'll be back next week to pick the Super Bowl. We're going to go over everything. We're going to list the top 10 players in the Super Bowl. We're going to go over, our boxes, who has the better coach, better quarterback, stuff like that. We'll go position by position, check off who's got better. And at the end, we'll pick and we'll see who gets it right. Thank y'all for joining. Everybody that comes in, leaves comments and talks with us. We really appreciate it. Jared really appreciates it well, even though he can't really work with us tonight. But we appreciate everybody coming on and chatting it up and bringing different views and points and stuff like that. It's the last game of the football season. So if you're trying to get a bet in, make sure you go download the Sharps app. Sharps app is like a betting site that's kind of like Instagram and Facebook. You put those together. It's go on there, check out winners, check out losers, talk with people, communicate with them, see what they're betting, stuff like that. You can connect your favorite sports book to it. It's really dope. You can do any of them, Caesars, MGM, FanDuel, stuff like that, or even the smaller ones like Prize Picks and Underdog, stuff like that. You can connect any of those to them. So it's a really dope app. Y'all go check it out. Our code is at the bottom. JRAD344. Sign up using our code, and I'm pretty sure you get like a free. You get something free for it. I can't remember exactly. It's in our contract. I keep forgetting to pull up the contract and look at it.
Should be Indian.
But thank y'all so much. Y'all, yeah. Well, I think it's through the football season. But like I said, thank y'all so much for joining. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff they do here on Facebook, YouTube. and Twitter. We'll be back next week, probably closer to the end of the week. Probably
I wanna,
either Thursday or Friday. Yeah.
how do you feel about? I was saying, how do you feel? Well, since we're moving to one show a week, we might just start doing recordings and just drop them each week. That way, if it doesn't match with our schedules and shit.
Yes. Yeah, we've also thought about doing that as well, especially during the off season when the season's not as prevalent, and we'll have like other stuff to talk about outside of football. Spring league though, we'll have that. We'll have all the combine information, all the draft information that you're gonna need. Y'all check us out still through off season. We'll still be here. Like I said, we're excited for the United Football League. We're going to go over that as well, this off season, and we'll be looking at and highlighting players that we think that could make a jump into the NFL either next season or the following.
Yeah.
So, but as always, thank y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Jared, hit us out.